So I chose Walmart because a lot of patients that I've had interactions with have told me the experience that they've had at Walmart. So
Walmart pharmacy nearly killed me. My name is Brian, and I'm a 34-year-old resident of New Jersey. I was prescribed a generic of Ambien called Zolpidem by my doctor after suffering for nearly 2 weeks without sleep and being admitted to a hospital for severe sleep deprivation. I had never taken a sleep medication before, and I had no frame of reference. After being released from the hospital, I was driven instantly to my local Walmart to get my prescription in Riverdale, New Jersey. I received my first prescription. The prescription I received from Walmart pharmacy stated, take 1 tablet every hour as needed for sleep. Without any previous experience with sleeping medication, I had no frame of reference, and the Walmart pharmacist handed me the prescription himself. After being in the hospital for 6 days, where your medication is heavily regulated and timed perfectly, as patients, we become conditioned to fully trust our doctors and recommended prescriptions. On the first night, I took 1 of the pills to sleep, and I couldn't fall asleep at around 11 p.m. I still couldn't fall asleep, so I took another one at 12:22, and another at 1:35 a.m., and then slept for several hours. I didn't remember waking up, and in a very frightening manner, I came to my senses at 11:22 a.m. the following day with a phone call from my father asking me where I was. I had no recollection where I was, but I was nearly 100 miles away from my house, driving 78 miles an hour on the Garden State Parkway. My father begged me to come home. I arrived home about 1 p.m. My mood was way off. I was super agitated and very confused. I was completely not myself, but realizing when I was already stuck in I was very heavily over-medicated and I didn't even realize. After some arguments with my wife within an hour, I left again and drove for 4 hours towards my final destination. Getting extremely tired, I pulled off the road to sleep for the night on a safe and secure legal rest stop around 6 p.m. Safely done driving for the night and laying down in the back of my truck, I decided to call my wife. I took my first Ambien for the night at 7 p.m., and another at 8:30 p.m., and another at 10 p.m., as per my Walmart prescription bottle instructions. My wife didn't believe what the Walmart pharmacy label stated. I unfortunately fell asleep while on the phone with her, causing her to panic. She called the police and called in an emergency, fearing for my safety. At 2:33 a.m., I was violently woken from banging on my window and screaming. I didn't know where I was, but I felt the vibration of the banging on my truck. It was a police officer screaming at me, pointing a gun at me. He wouldn't stop screaming at me. I was barely coherent due to the minimal sleep and being massively overdosed. The police officer screamed at me to open the window and proceeded to violently pull me out of my vehicle via the driver's side window, with his partner aiming a semi-automatic, high-powered rifle at me as his partner slammed me down to the cement, dragged me to the curb, handcuffed and detained me against my will for nearly 3 hours in 20 degrees of freezing cold weather. If the prescription was right, I wouldn't have overdosed and endured terrible side effects. The potentially deadly mistake by Walmart, I also must take responsibility for myself. I should have learned all the side effects and everything that could potentially harm me from taking a dangerous sleeping medication. I had no idea of the side effects. And in recent headlines, we've noticed that people have these random blackout driving incidents which occur on a regular basis. And it's extremely dangerous. And people can die. I do want the world to know. Initially, I called to speak to a manager about what occurred, and was quickly shuffled off to Walmart's Public Relations and Lawsuit Prevention Payoff Company, also known as Claims Management Incorporated. You should have seen it. I wonder if those payouts are hidden from investors and the public. Walmart sets up another company to pay off their mistakes. I wouldn't be able to tell the truth about what an evil corporation was and how their pharmacy damaged one of their loyal customers. I could have sued and probably gotten millions as per several attorneys if I had done it in the right time frame, but I'd rather expose this story to the world and bring pharmacy prescription safety awareness to the forefront of people's mind. Some people will say, he should have known, but how many others didn't know and were injured from mislabeling by Walmart or another pharmacy? Please also research the shocking side effects of sleep medication like Ambien, including the increase in mortality by nearly 380% after only taking 18 sleeping pills in your life. As most of the side effects say, that's a prescription for 7 to 10 days maximum. You're never supposed to take it beyond 7 to 10 days, and if you do, there's something else wrong. And it could be psychiatric, it could be nutrition-related, supplement deficiencies, it could be breathing challenges, or holding your breath. Take a sleep study. Don't just go right to medication. So just try to find your alternate source of sleep other than dangerous medications. From all this that happened, my family and I have decided to boycott Walmart for life. I think you'd agree, if you were in my position, you might have a similar type of feeling. So I don't want to support a irresponsible corporation. And Walmart will only feel the repercussions of their actions through lost revenues, which, that's the only thing that they care. Their corporations aren't human. They don't have emotions. They have no souls. I'm not saying that they're not a living being. They're a publicly traded company. So I wanted to be able to release this to the public and release this to the world to protect my fellow humans, not just the corporations who control the media and help block messages like this, but to warn fellow humans against the risk of corporate-owned pharmacies like Walmart. Our life has value, and Walmart will only change to protect their pharmacy customers if this video is shared worldwide. Please help us and post to all social media blogs and news sites. This is free and public open domain. Anyone can use this video. This needs to be heard. Finally, don't be afraid or ashamed or embarrassed. Please share your corporate abuse stories with the world. Otherwise, we will continue to blindly follow creative marketing campaigns and greedy corporations without souls. Please realize that sharing your suffering can protect and heal others in the future. Holding it all inside causes more suffering to you and to others who could be harmed in the future. Be brave. Show your battle scars.